Ew, we're several years late to this, but I thought ample time to play some Portal 2. There I am, Spiral Knights. And I thought this is going to be a one-off. We're not going to do the whole game because it's boring. It's not, I'm joking. Everyone loves Valve and Portal 2. So instead, we're just going to do some community chambers and see how I get on. Top rated. Quick play. Bang. Quite excited. Hope you are too. 12 Angry Tests, Part 4. Good. This sounds good. Here we are. So, everyone loves Portal. Everyone loves Valve. They're adored for some reason. Yeah, alright. Steam, yeah. Steam's amazing. Okay. It's okay, alright? It's okay. So, if you don't know how this game works, what are you doing here? I'm joking. If you don't know how this game works, you have a... I'll come back. You have an orange portal and a blue portal. And you go through the orange portal to come out the blue portal. And vice versa. And that is basically it. So, through this, some of the best puzzles in all of gaming were made. And through that, we got, let's see if we can, we got community-made puzzles in Portal 2, which is obviously the sequel to Portal, if you didn't know. I'm sure you did. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. We're just gonna puzzle our way through Portal. Hope you enjoy. I'm sure I will. I always do. Not Portal specifically, I've just been playing games on YouTube. It's quite fun. And hope you don't get angry at my lack of ability. I don't have one, but in case you do. Now I don't feel I'll be talking much shit. Excuse my French. Talking much about the actual puzzles. It'll just be kind of a... We'll be doing a drama alert special today, where I'll just talk about the most recent YouTube news over some crappy gameplay of Portal. I'm joking, but I won't. Oh, that was bad. Won't actually be talking too much about the puzzles. I'll just be talking, I don't know, about the game in general. Just in general, I'm not good at off the cuff because I don't have any. Well, obviously, no one has a script in this kind of thing, which is stupid. To have a script, I mean. For this kind of thing. Jesus. Oh, I've done that twice. But there are some things I'd like to mention. I know I have a small audience, so my views on things aren't going to get seen by anyone. I mean, everyone. Sorry, slip of the tongue. No, I almost did it again. I genuinely almost did it again. So, but yeah. Doesn't necessarily matter, does it? You can still talk about things that you want to talk about. Hello? Oh, can we just go out there? Yep. Okay, cool. So, but yeah, this is a fun game, and I thought it'd be fun to share with people. People that are watching this, if people are watching this, you know. Might not be any. I shouldn't get too ahead of myself. Oh, okay. Now let's bear in mind we still have the... It's gone. We don't have the bridge anymore. Okay. So yeah. I mean, this is a Valve game, as you all know. If you're a PC gamer especially, you're drooling right now. Got a massive... Never mind. But people seem to love Valve. I'm not gonna lie. They're alright, in my opinion. Saw that coming. Yeah, they're alright, in my opinion. The games they make are fun. TF2 is good. Especially for free, it's very good. This is great. Half-Life... yeah. First one's quite good. I haven't played through the whole of Half-Life 2, so I'm not entitled to as much of an opinion as most people are. But from what what's that for? Okay. So we need that cube, presumably, to hold this button down. Anyway, from what I've seen of Half-Life... Can we get this without dying? He's on us. From what I've seen of Half-Life 2, it's a Valve game, innit? And people are crying for Half-Life 3. Crying out, even, sorry. God, these Freudian slips are shockingly bad. And I'm not one of those people, I guess, to say. Unpopular opinion? Probably. But, yeah, I really don't feel like I'm in that crowd. Just checking. But yeah, I like Valve. I don't love Valve. There's no reason... God, there's no reason to love them. Don't say that. It's just because Steam's obviously great if you're a big PC gamer. Or if you just play PC games in general at all. Then it's great. But PC games aren't usually for me. Now, what do we do here? Oh, that's my phone going off. I hope you can't hear that. I've forgotten to put it on silent again. I see. So yeah, Valve are okay. Same with Blizzard. People love Blizzard. I don't at all. Both companies have a monopoly over PC games. But both companies charge obscene amounts of money for extras in their games that no one else would get away with normally. You know, if it was on a console, no one would get away with it. If it was EA, they don't get away with it. So, but for a lot of people, well, definitely have a lot of people on the internet, Valve have a free pass. Valve and Blizzard, rather, have a free pass because of... Oh shit, hold on. It's gonna destroy my cube, that blue energy wave you see. Yeah, Valve and Blizzard have a free pass on these things, and I don't know why. Yes, they're good quality, and yes, it entirely depends on the nature of the game, but charging £8 for a hat is just insane. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. People use that as a kind of... If EA, on Battlefront 2 for example, most recently, if EA put incentives like appearance customizations, people would be happy to pay. Which is just weird. They can put all the appearance customizations they want. I still wouldn't pay bollocks extra for them because they change your appearance. I mean, I prefer that for free, everyone would. But the fact that that's used... Oh yeah, TF2 has really cool hats that you pay like a house mortgage for. It's ridiculous. And they're so... It's minimal effort for that kind of thing. Whereas a big DLC pack, like there was, well, I don't know if there was outrage, but people were annoyed that Nintendo were charging, not even charging, just releasing DLC in general for Breath of the Wild. Okay, sorry, just thinking. Yeah, people were annoyed, frustrated that they were releasing DLC for Breath of the Wild. But I kind of like it. I paid for it because I love that game. I don't know how you can. I'm sure most people watching do, if they've played it at least. You know, who am I to say if you haven't played it? It's near perfect, for me anyway. And £20 for some really cool stuff already, but also for future. I think it's like a new story. It's probably about a quarter as long as the original story on the game, but it is kind of that kind of thing. New story quest, I believe. And that was getting some backlash. I just didn't really understand. I mean, I understand all backlash from paid things on video games, because it never used to happen way back in the day. But I just don't understand how there's people extremely annoyed at that kind of thing when stuff like, can we... What have I done? Bollocks, I quit out of it. Let's go most popular then, because we might have to do that one again if we're going top rated. My bad, sorry everyone. Yeah, what I was trying to show is the hats on this and the flags and this stuff. When you play co-op mode with a mate.
From Earth 1, I am speaking to you from across time and space. I am literally in the future. Hold on. What? All right, my assistant Greg tells me none of that's true. Got excited. You are the first test subject we have ever sent into a parallel universe, which apparently has nothing to do with time travel. Still exciting. Anyway, you should be seeing a test chamber in front of you. We designed it. Those backwater universe yokels built it, and you're going to test it. Remember, you gotta let us know if it works or not. Otherwise, you're wasting everybody's time on 2 Earths. All right, get to it.
Yeah, so as I was saying, when you play co-op with a friend on this game, they can see your nifty... What's happened there? They can see your nifty little hats and the like. Oh no, I don't like this. But they cost a bit of money. Like a big bit of money for what they are, especially. And it's insane, in my opinion. My humble opinion. But people love that. People laugh it up. Because it's Valve. And yeah, they made a good game, but people like Nintendo have been making great games all their existence. I see now. Yeah, they've been making great games ever since they started. And they still don't get a pass or anything for a little, a good bit of DLC. It's, good quality. And I think the only reason they've released it like that is because it's going to take an age to make, which it has, because of the amount of effort that's being put in. This is kind of a it's not an argument really. It's just something that personally frustrates me when you go on. No, that's missed it. I mean, I'm going to use Reddit as an example, which again is a certain kind of people. And that personally frustrates me because... Ah, shit. Yeah, whoops. Because the Valve, it's not even DLC, the Valve add-ons that you're paying for are the worst. out of games I personally play. I would never pay for them. And the communities on... I've done it again. The communities on, well, say TF2 in particular, if you haven't paid for, if you haven't put money towards the game, sorry, you're kind of an idiot. Which is surely the other way around. If you're enjoying yourself and you've managed to not pay anything, you're I don't know if smart is a fair word really, but you're you're better off, is what I was trying to say. Yeah, you're better off if you haven't paid anything and you're still enjoying yourself just as much as these people who have put hundreds and hundreds of pounds towards a free to play game. So that is definitely something I struggle to understand. And oh bollocks. And yeah, I think it's very niche kind of mindset that I'm talking about specifically, but God, I'm really going nowhere with this whole video. But yeah, the whole Battlefront 2 thing, which is come of late most recently. Yeah, it's bad. They're charging. People are saying it's pay to win. When, let's be fair, most competitive online games are that way these days. And I don't think we should be surprised at all, because it's just happening more and more. And then people make videos arguing against the Star Wars thing. I'm sure it's a good game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna day one buy it. But yeah, people make videos against EA and the Star Wars thing. And yet they openly acknowledge that Valve with Overwatch may have popularized the whole culture itself of pay to win. And they say that, have I messed this up? I think I have. And they say that and just kind of gloss over it. Which is silly. Yeah, which is silly in my opinion. Because it's true, they did popularize it. Overwatch and is it loot boxes? Yes. They popularized the whole loot box thing, if I'm right. I don't know if COD did it after Call of Duty. Wow, I've never said the full name of that. Well, I have, but not in a long time. That was weird. They did it as well, but that might have been after, I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, they essentially did. Blizzard definitely did. They're very, I don't know, do we have to restart? Very kind of, I don't know, money grabbing. I mean, that's not an attack on their characters. Not that anyone will care because I'm a guy with 8 subscribers. But they have a lot of that. And there's a thing, you can buy a ticket to BlizzCon to spectate from home for $25, I believe.
might
which
be
is
inside out.
mental.
So just take little itty-bitty breaths.
And this isn't a
If
game-related
anybody
thing, but
asks
that
you why
is
your head's inside out, remember, it's
that is
only inside out
ridiculous.
from their perspective. And you're fine.
And I think you do get something free on Hearthstone
Enough
or
hypotheticals.
something.
Let's test this test.
But even so, it is mad. And the sad thing is people are going to pay for that happily. Which is the sad thing. They are making money essentially from I see. Making money essentially from people who are paying for a digital ticket to something they can watch online. When they can do that with E3 and I don't know, the other conventions, Gamescom and things like that. They can do that anyway, regardless of how much money they put towards it. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, regardless of the amount of money they put in, basically. So, they're still willing to pay it because it's Blizzard. And they're, like I said, they've kind of taken over the whole PC games world, in a sense, because of their things like World of Warcraft, which people got ridiculously addicted to. A lot of people. And Valve, who made Half-Life 2, which picked up and became one of the best games, well, most critically acclaimed game on the PC. So, yeah, because they've released these games... Okay, that's annoying. No, it isn't. Because they've released these games, they are allowed a free pass kind of thing. I hate saying free pass because a lot of people say it all the time when they talk about this with other companies, saying they get a free pass, when, I mean, they don't. If there's... Battlefront 1 was bad. It was a good game. But I mean, they got a lot less people playing that than they probably would had they not done the model or used the model they did, where they kind of... No, I need to do that after. Where they kind of released a game, full game, in bunny ears there, and then doubled the content in paid, more than doubled the content in paid DLC, which, you know, everyone who loved that game ended up buying, most likely. I mean, I did. I bought the excuse me. I bought the edition soon after it released, where you get the season pass included.
Test ready for you, obviously. Who else would I be doing it for? No one. Although, it does give me an idea. What if we stand here and let the gentle hum of the laser transport us to a state of absolute relaxation? Might help us think of a way to open the door. Just do the test. Just do the test.
What was I saying? Bollocks, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I bought the Battlefront game with the season pass included on the PC for some reason. I have a laptop, so it didn't run very well. And then I got a PS4 a year later, or years later. This year I got a PS4. No, last year I got a PS4. So yeah, years after it was released. And the DLC is about a tenner for all of them. So obviously they were affected by the they were affected by the criticism they got for that, which is fair enough because it was ridiculous.
Yeah, just
That was ridiculous.
getting a
But they
test
definitely
ready
didn't get free
for
pass.
you,
Whereas,
obviously. Who else would I be doing it for? No one.
I mean, you would say appearance
If we
items
stand
aren't.
here and let the gentle hum of the
They don't
laser
help you in any way.
transport us to a state of
Hats and stuff, they don't help you. They
absolute
just make you look like a nerd.
reality. Help us think of a way.
No, I mean they make you look cool.
Just do the test. Just do the test.
But even so, they sell. No, that's wrong. They are happy to sell you guns and weapons on TF2, and in Blizzard they're happy to sell you Hearthstone. They sell you packs. They've recently increased the price of that, and that's definitely. I mean, if you have a specific number of legendaries that go together, like you get good cards, you get bad cards in general, and if you have. Okay, that destroys that. And if you have the something for a certain type of deck, you just win. Like, you just immediately win. So... bloody hell. So yeah, that's pay to win. Here's the Storm. Again, there's more charged. There's more microtransactions. Microtransactions are just everywhere nowadays, especially. And with the loot box, that was Overwatch that started that, but nobody complained, and nobody complains ever really. When the communities themselves see you as a well, if they're, it's kind of like if they've got a legendary skin, you're a great player. And if you don't, you're a little loser who's gonna get bossed around by the other people. If you wanna play a character, they're gonna say, "Don't play him. We don't need him, or her." Which is just stupid. I mean, it's a game. You've already paid £50, £40, £30, $60 for it. You shouldn't be expected to pay extra for different vanity items. And yet no one really bats an eyelid. This isn't really a stand against it. I'm just talking about it because it's something that personally frustrates me. The paid DLC and microtransactions themselves don't annoy me, because if I like a game, if I really like a game, I'll pay for something. And sometimes if a game has ridiculous transactions in it, that'll stop me from actually liking it. So it can be the discerning factor whether I actually play a game or not. But at the same time, if I like the game itself, then I'll be willing to put some money towards it. Like FIFA packs. EA are the most guilty in recent years, especially for their models. I think NBA 2K18 this year apparently is a bit ridiculous. But even before that, with FIFA Ultimate, that puts that down. Jeez Louise. With FIFA Ultimate Team. You pay Okay. That wasn't too clear there. Yeah, with FIFA Ultimate Team, you pay money for packs. What am I doing? You pay money for packs, get good players, put them in your team, win the game. More often than not, apparently. So you can imagine people get frustrated at that, but I mean, I put a bit of money towards buying packs because it's a nice experience. Many people have. People even make bloody YouTube videos from that. I'm gonna go to the next one while I blab on about useless shite that no one's actually listening to. Yeah, people enjoy that. People get annoyed at it, but people enjoy that. That's the whole thing. You can get annoyed at something if you're a certain type of person. You can also enjoy something if it's a certain type of person. I mean, I'm getting annoyed at this certain type of person, which I'm free to do, obviously. You can listen or you cannot listen. I mean, if you're not listening, you're probably still not here. You're probably not here anymore. I mean, I've only done, what, 6 videos or something, and I haven't just blabbed and blabbed on about something before. But I have today, and I've realised that I'm terrible at it, and I'm not really making any kind of point. The basis of talking about it was that there is a kind of Oh, that's the exit, okay. There's a kind of free pass given, definitely, to companies that are big on PC specifically. But I'm sure that's because, you know, if you're on a computer playing computer games, you're on a computer on the internet talking about the computer games. More often than not, if you are part of, like, that kind of community. So the more you look online to see these things, the more PC gamers you'll see getting frustrated at different models from companies on their games, such as microtransactions and things like that. So I guess it's kind of expected from the internet, which is literally, man, that's another monster in and of itself. But yeah, that's where you're going to read it all. More against, let's be fair, console games that are also on PC. People will make games for PS4 and Xbox because they're the most popular. Well, debatable, but you know, people love playing on Xbox and PS4. So people are going to make games for them and then also going to port it to PC. Sometimes it's the other way around. I mean, a lot of the time it isn't, but sometimes it is. So you'll get, like the Arkham Knight, you'll get a stupid launch for PC. I didn't see it really, but I just heard about it. Saw some videos on it. You'll get a stupid launch period for that on PC when you won't get it on console because it was kind of optimized for that and not for PC, and then PC gamers get very angry. Console people don't understand or don't care. Why would they? Which then leads to more frustration on people who play games like this. Not games like this, games on PC on places like Reddit. Which is why you see that more. I mean, again, it's not really an argument or anything, it's just kind of a, I don't know. I'm just spraffing a bit at this point, but I hope. Someone understands where I'm coming from in certain aspects. I mean, you can't possibly follow everything I've been saying because it's a load of shite. It has been a load of shite. I'm also trying to think about quoting, so it's a bit tricky. What have I done there? What have I done there? Yes, it's a bit tricky to talk in a proper way. But I mean, I hope you get it. I'm not a PC gamer. Although at the moment, because I don't have a capture card, I have to use it to record. Use my laptop to record, which is a bit shit. But I mean, I do enjoy games on. Do enjoy playing games on PC. Did that open that? I think it did. It didn't. What did that do? Yeah, I do enjoy playing games on PC. I just don't like going to Reddit and reading all this stuff about people. I love this game, but blah 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 blah. Now this has nothing to do again with the whole microtransactions. I feel like I've covered that. But the only thing that frustrates me with that is the free pass that companies like Valve and Blizzard get. For some reason, I still don't understand. To this day, still don't understand it. But it happens. So, what are you gonna do about it? And you know, who cares? But I mean, I do go on Reddit sometimes, quite a bit, because I like the nice, cool, funny or otherwise stuff that you get on there, because you do get a lot of that. But then you see people who just shit on games or things that people make and share, things like that, for no real reason other than to shit on them. This is a whole different thing. Again, Jesus Christ. But I mean, yeah, it's just a bit silly. But then you will see that with... Okay, that's last. You're just going to see that on the internet, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. There's a lot I'm trying to say, but I'm saying nothing. Really, if you think about it. I'm not big into the PC. I hate that PC Master Race stuff. And... because I mean, who cares? First of all, who cares? There's no war between PCs and consoles. But also, when does this turn around? Sorry, but... Oh, fuck me. I'm losing my train of thought over and over again, really. I don't know. Is this an episode of moaning? Most likely. But it does... Oh, you can get get it there. Yeah, it's less annoying, more just kind of sad that people feel the need to just go on and rant about stuff that it's not worth ranting about. And with regards to Star Wars, you won't get people who've paid £100 for the. Well, you will get people who have paid £100 to get cool stuff that they think's cool. That they'll just be able to kill quite a few people, but you're not going to get invincible folk with. Can we do one more? Ooh, that's a long one. Let's just start one more. If we don't finish it, we don't finish it. But you're not going to get a game full of people who've paid £100 to just go around and kill everyone, and then it's going to be unplayable. That's just not going to happen. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it. I mean, yeah, companies in general are money focused, but I don't think they're going to be that money focused, especially what happened after the first one. So, yeah, that's just not going to happen. It's kind of. I mean, I get why people are annoyed at it, but just leave it. I feel. Just see what happens at least. You never know, maybe if people cause enough outrage and upset, then they'll change the system, but I doubt it. And, yeah, just generally, it's happened to loads of different games, and it will continue to happen to loads of different games, so don't. Why do I look like that? So don't write off one company just because of this when you don't do it for others, is what I'm trying to say. Really, I feel. Okay. Yeah, so if I'm sure if Valve, in fact they're releasing a card game, if they do a ridiculous system, you won't see as many people complaining about it than, whoops. Yeah, you're just not going to see as many people complaining about it because they love Valve. If you love a company, you'll put your money towards them because you love a company. So people are going to love, well, maybe people are going to love EA or just Star Wars in general, so they won't care. Kind of just the whole resounding thing on the internet isn't, but it should be, at least in my opinion, and I'm sure many, 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 many other people's. It's just kind of like each to their own. If someone doesn't like something you like, who cares? If you like something that someone doesn't like, why should they care? It's all just a bit silly. This video is a bit silly. It doesn't hold much meaning, really. But it's just something I wanted to talk about, and Portal's a fun game, so I can talk over it while I'm a master at solving these puzzles. What can be the title of a load of shite like this? Who knows? I'm sure I think of something. Excuse me. There we go. Done quite a good job, to be fair. To be honest, I probably let the made the portal come before actually speaking proper English. But there we are. Sorry about that. Love you all. All 8 of you. Excuse me. I'm terrible at YouTube. Terrible at talking. But I do hope you enjoyed. Tell your friends, share, like, subscribe. Love you, bye.